Hello, good day and welcome. Today we'll be dealing with University of Abuja Physics Post UTME past question 10. It says a ship floating in a clear water of density 1000 kg moves to seawater of density 1050 kg where it floats. The upthrust on the ship then is A says it stays constant, B says it decreases, C says it increases, D says it increases by 0.05 times, and E says it decreases by 0.05 times. Now, you ask yourself, what is upthrust? Now, upthrust in physics is simply the weight of liquid displaced by an object. Displaced by an object. Now that's the upthrust. The weight of liquid displaced by an object is the upthrust of that liquid. Now the question is telling us that what the ship floats in clear water. Now the ship is floating. Now according to the principle of flotation, for an object to float in water, it must have displaced a certain amount of liquid. Now this certain amount of liquid that the object must have displaced is referred to as the weight of the object. Now the certain amount of liquid that an object must displace to float in water is equal to the weight of that object. Now once the object has displaced a liquid that is equal to or greater than its weight, it can be said to float on water. Now like I told you, upthrust is simply the weight of a liquid displaced. So in the first ship, in the clear water of density 1000 kg, the ship would displace liquid that is equal to its upthrust. Now this liquid is equal to the weight of the ship. So what I'm trying to say is, in the first liquid, the upthrust is equal to the weight of the ship because the ship is floating. Now in the second liquid, that's the seawater, the upthrust of the ship is still equal to the weight. Now in case you're asking me why it's still equal to the weight of the ship, it's because the object is still floating in water. Now the question told us that the ship was floating in a clear water and moves to seawater. Now in as much as the ship did not sink, it means what? The upthrust is still constant because it is floating. And like I said, according to principle of flotation, for an object to float in water, it must have displaced a certain liquid that is equal to the weight of that object. So the answer to this question is option A, stays constant. And like I said, a ship floating in clear water of density 1000 kg, when it moves after floating, if it moves to a seawater of density 1050 kg, irrespective of the density, in as much as that ship is still floating, it means it must have displaced its weight, which is the upthrust. Now it will remain constant irrespective of the medium. So the answer to this particular question is option A, stays constant. Thank you and God bless you. Please ensure you subscribe to our channel for more videos.